Raise your hands for questions.
That was a really good team win against a good football team. We had some things that didn't go our way. We had a couple of guys that got banged up and had to leave the game. Turned the ball over some there in the first half in the red area, which made the game a lot closer there toward the end. If you get 6 points there, it's a totally different deal there. We've got to be able to take care of the football. But, I thought our guys fought really hard. They've been busting their tail, all fall camp trying to play like we did today. And I'm sure we didn't play perfect, but we found a way to win. That's one of the things we talked about all week, is playing cleaner football, playing for more physical, playing for longer, and I think our guys did that. You look defensively, with I think what our guys did with their running game. I think Kylan Hill had 13 yards. He's a really good back now. He's one of the better backs in this league, and I think our guys done a really nice job gang tackling. I think our defensive staff done a phenomenal job putting a plan together. And our guys went and executed. We got some turnovers in the back end, which was big today. So if you get turnovers in the red area, which we got one, they got two, keeping the points off the board is huge there. We created a short field right before the half and gave us a chance to get 3 points, which was huge going in at halftime. So offensively, move the ball some there in the first half. Got to be more consistent. Got to be more consistent in the run game, and some of that's got to do with with the RPO game. If you're not going to block support and support's coming, you better give the guy the ball because there's nobody to block them. So some of that goes on the awareness of the quarterbacks, and we've got to do a better job with that. Thought it was a great drive there at the end of the game. I think we got the ball with 8 minutes to go, put a really good drive together, finished it off there with the pass to Bird, so converted a third down or two in there. So really big drive. This is a great win for our program, and it's good for these guys who are working their tails off to have some fun with it. So with that, I'll take any questions.
West and Jimmy.
You said a couple weeks ago, I think, that y'all were going to need Jared to win a football game, and I guess today that kind of happened. What was the, plan when he went in there? Did anything change, or just run the same old stuff?
No, we ran the same stuff. You have to sometimes call a game based off the scoreboard and the way the team's playing. Our defense was playing really well. Right before the half there, we were pretty conservative. We knew what the line to gain for our kicker was. There's 50 seconds in the half there, and we got it, and Brent kicked it through there. So that was a big thing there right before the half. But we stayed with the same game plan as the game went. Our defense was playing pretty good. We didn't want to make a mistake. So it's kind of the way we called the game there. Can we win a bunch of games like that? Probably not. But that's the way we needed to play to win this game. So I thought our coach has done a really nice job doing that.
Jimmy.
Jeremy, you talked about the phenomenal game planning against Hill. What did you do to contain him?
Well, I think our guys played gap sound. We struck blockers, changed the line of scrimmage a little bit, wrapped up gang tackled, and made some plays in space. So, going into the game, we felt like that we needed to make their quarterbacks beat us, not let this guy beat us, and that's kind of what we tried to do there, and I think our kids done a nice job executing the game plan.
David Oven and Steve.
How would you describe how you guys played on the lines today, on both sides?
Well, it's for me when I'm watching the game, I'm looking at most of the things in the back end, right? So it's hard to see from the sideline exactly how you're playing up there, but I'm pretty sure we played pretty good up front defensively. We had some pass rush today. We affected the quarterback. I know they scrambled some down through there, but that's okay. Every time he scrambled, they were eating up clock, so you're playing with a 2-score lead there. and some of the things that from that we'll learn and improve a little bit. But I thought defensive line wise we played really well. I think Mississippi State done a nice job up front, giving us a few different looks on the defensive line. Walking some backers up, twisting some guys up in there. And I know we missed a few things, but sometimes in the run game, you got to win on the perimeter with your wide receivers blocking. And we've got to do probably a better job there. But it's hard to tell to me with the O-line until I watch the film.
Steve and then Austin.
You've been talking all year about wanting to get big plays from your defense, more takeaways, more sacks. What enabled them to do it this time? What was the difference?
Well, when you do what you're supposed to do, most of the time you're usually in the vicinity of whoever you're guarding. If you got pass rush and you're rushing the right pass rush lanes and you work some technique there, you make the quarterback move off the spot there. I think early in the game we affected the quarterback. We got him with a couple of pressures and sacked him a few times and hit him. It don't take a whole lot for maybe guys starting to look and saying, okay, is this cat coming right here? Is the star coming? Is the safety coming? The backer coming? Where they coming from? So, and our secondary guys were in the right spots, and we got pressure and didn't let them step up in the pocket on some of those throws.
Austin.
Coach Tyler Herro's been a guy that's been predominantly a special teams guy. To see him make that play out there, what's that just show the other guys that maybe, that don't see success right away, that just continue to work to see that type of success?
Yeah, well, Tyler, he has a really good attitude. He comes out there to practice. He's got a lot of energy every single day. He probably runs more yardages around that field than anybody. So he's always been kind of a physical guy, used a little bit in the run game, and he's worked hard to develop his hands, and it was good. He was open a couple of other times there that I thought we were going to get him the ball, but it was really nice throw and catch and really good run after the catch.
Eric, Patrick, Blake.
Jeremy, did you see the play? Probably haven't gone back and looked at it yet, but from Henry Tool's one, the targeting, they got to be done.
He's got to lower his area that he's going to hit the guy. They're going to call that targeting every time. He had his eyes up, his chest up. He did not hit him with the crown of the head, but they're going to protect quarterbacks who are defenseless from here up. And he knew it when he come over there. He said, I should have hit him more in here.
Patrick, Blake.
Jeremy, following up on Jared, just what did you say about him past couple weeks to lose his job and respond the way he did by kind of leading you guys in the second half and helping you guys secure the win?
Well, I mean, we didn't ask him to do a whole lot. I mean, he's done a good job. He's worked hard to be prepared when the moment come, and we didn't ask him to do a whole lot today. And it's not because it was him. It's the way the game was going, right? But he took an RPO out there, and it was a good play. Made a couple of third down throws that were critical, and had one with Jawan down there. So, that's why I said it last week, or the last time we were in here, he would help us win a game this year, and he'll help us win some more. That's the thing about being the quarterback is when you have some success, you probably get too much praise, and when you don't, you probably get too much blame. So it's part of the position. He knows that, and nothing you can do about it. It's everybody that's played that position for the last 100 years and for the next 100 years. So he just got to go to work and get ready to play next week.
Blake, Rob, Brent.
Jeremy, do you have any sense for how serious Brian's injury is, and is it more to his neck or his head?
Brian had a concussion, and our guys felt like it was best to keep him out of the game.
Rob.
Coach, you talked about having such a young team and guys learning. Just how beneficial is it to get a win like this where they see success, you take it from practice field to the game and win?
Yeah, one thing about our team that's pretty unique to me, more than any team I've ever been a part of, is, we lose Henry, with the targeting, and now we have to throw in Quavarius, and he's been playing outside linebacker, and we have to move Batuli around. Unfortunately, Trayvon Flowers on the interception, he broke his leg. So, is a guy that hadn't played a lot of football, broke his collarbone last year. Is a guy that I think is going to be a really good player. Has been banged up and with a hamstring during fall camp. He started playing well last week against Georgia and played good today. Unfortunately, we lost him, but now we throw in Theo come in there, and then Jalen McCullough. So we just keep kind of putting younger guys out there. We got a young football team, and they have so much to learn. So much to learn. There's so many things about football that different situations, scenarios. You learn your job, right? But then all the multiples that the offenses create, the situations in the game. There's so many things that we have to teach our guys, and they continue to work and learn and get better, and they'll continue to do that. We'll have to play some other guys this next week. So a couple of guys I saw out there today, we played Roman Harrison, and we played there was somebody else that was new out there. Solon Page, yeah, Solon was out there at the end of the game. So now Solon's been here, but he hadn't got a chance to play a lot of ball. Made a good block on one of the kickoffs, but he got a holding call on another one there. So,
Brent?
Coach, on the touchdown play to Tyler, what led to that play call? What were you guys seeing from Mississippi State? Because I think it was Means and Keaton and Tyler Bird on that side, going obviously away from the veterans that everybody's looking for. What did y'all see in that play to go that direction?
well, we just were running a little zone play with replacing the backer there, and we ran it like 4 or 5 times, and it was probably there. So, but when you're trying to milk the clock, Jarrett, he waited a little bit before he took it, and we told him to take it, and he did. So, Jarrett Means is a guy you mentioned that played today. It's going to continue to play. He's learning what to do, and Ramel made a great catch down the sideline there to set up a. I think we scored on the next series.
Last couple, Gustavo, gentleman in the pink shirt.
How you feel about, you said about how proud you felt about your team, and especially on the defense. How important was the beginning of the game, the defense hold Mississippi State to their end of the field?
Well, it helped for sure. We gave the offense the ball back several times. Our defense did. So played really well the first half and gave the offense some opportunities. And, hey, we moved the ball. Okay, we moved the ball right down the field a couple of times. Just threw picks in the end zone, but that Brian can't do. It's foolish mistakes. He's working the right side of the field. The corner bails, take the hitch. It's 3rd and 8. It's not a good down and distance for any quarterback. Okay, you go through your progressions. They're not there. Throw the ball away. We'll take the 3 points. Can't get greedy down there. So he'll learn from that.
Final question.
Coach, is there anything that really allowed you to get so much pressure on Mississippi State today defensively? Is there any special looks you showed them or anything?
Well, I feel like our guys worked hard to understand the game plan. Our coach has done a nice job. Our guys played hard, kind of, to me, played on the other side of the line of scrimmage, which we need to do more of. And we covered them some in the back end back there and made them hold the ball a little bit. So there's lots of things that goes into getting a good pass rush. Some of it you might get some good pressures where you scheme somebody up. Sometimes you just win one-on-ones. And sometimes you cover them well enough that they have to hold the ball. There's nowhere to go with the ball. So.
Thank you, Coach.